If you smell it. No, I'm joking. Welcome back to another episode of Graphic Tees Podcast, where it don't got shit to do with t-shirts or a damn thing to do with cussing. I am the one and only somebody's son. This is the one and only
your favorite average Joe. What's gang? What's good, people? Gang, gang.
And we, of course, are missing the ever-present and will barely ever show up. Probably never to ever be seen on camera. If you know, you know. Eventually she'll be on. We don't know when. She may have lied to us and played us and said she wanted to be part of this podcast, but who knows? What's up, my boy?
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
That's what's up. That's what's up. How's life treating you?
It's all right.
You say that. Kind of sad.
Yeah, it's okay. Just waiting for everything to be over with.
Okay.
So I know how to proceed with work.
Oh, you still ain't got no job.
Correct.
Okay.
Well,
it's giving broke. Brokey. Broke anonymous.
I have a job, people. I am just currently not at that job.
Scoot over some. I don't want your brokenness to rub off on me.
Other than that, though, man, I can't complain. I'm doing all right.
You know how they have like the heart, and it's like heartbreaking. It's broken up like the heart is broken. Mm-hmm. They need to have a shirt for you. It says "brokey" and it's a dollar bill that's like broken apart.
I'm not broke. I have a job. I'm just placed right now on administrative leave with pay.
You say you're
okay?
displaced?
I'm just placed. Okay.
On administrative leave
with pay until they conclude their investigation.
You sound like a cop. Just killed another black man. I ain't gonna lie. You cook. It was a post you had on Facebook. You cook with that shit. With the whole he just fit the description. Yo, you cooked. That you cook with that. He didn't kill the wrong cop.
He just fit the description.
Hey man, I'm doing good. We're in the home that the hoes built. If you know, you know. If you don't know,
you're welcome.
Nah, it's not welcome. It's too late to find out. Way too late to find out. So today's topic. I sent a video. Mm-hmm. I guess I'll play a little bit of it.
Do you believe the reason why the divorce rate is higher now is because we refuse to put up with the infidelity, the lies, and the cheating for the sake of being provided for?
No, I think we as women have been sold a dream and we're realizing most times it's a nightmare. Mm-hmm. The nightmare of being a wife to a man that has no leadership, that doesn't desire to provide, that wants to go 50-50. So now you're in a passionless relationship with a roommate that you sometimes get to have sex with. That's not ideal.
Sometimes it's ridiculous.
You don't really desire that person. You've settled for that person. That you tolerate this person. You don't appreciate this person. And when you realize that that's the truth, and now we live into this space where people are so like, I need to feel seen, heard, and acknowledged. But do you allow for growth and grace? Your standard is so high initially with a person that doesn't even know you. How do you teach someone how to treat you if you don't allow them the space and time for you to actually teach them? Mm-hmm. So now everybody is quitting early and quitting unnecessarily because it's like, I was told to get married and I did this and this isn't what I was expecting. Okay, well, how do you make it into what you were expecting? How do you do that work? How do you get into that bag? But mostly right now, everyone is just pushing the label instead of its contents. Well, if I have a jar with a label on it, but it's empty, it's still empty. But if you have a jar with the contents in it, then it's a bottle of whatever you actually have. And most people aren't bottling or embodying husband and wife. They're embodying the label of marriage without its contents. So I say that to say most people get divorced. And this is why 70% of divorce are initiated by women, because they tell us this is the dream, but it's actually a nightmare. We're not clear on what it even means to be an actual wife. And most men are not prepared for what it means to be a husband. It is a responsibility. People are going into this lifelong, most important decision that you'll ever make in your life. Like, you don't even know if this person has staying power. You haven't even stopped to ask, like, what are you still healing from? What desires do you have? How many times do you need to have sex in a week? What do you need from me weekly or monthly to feel seen, heard, acknowledged, appreciated, and respected? Like the things are not happening. It's like, I like you enough. You were persistent enough. Okay, we can go together. Boom, we have kids. Boom, we get married. Now we're stuck. That's not the dream. That's a nightmare.
Mhm.
I don't even like you. I tolerate you because we split the bills.
Mm.
It's never ideal, in my opinion.
So, obviously, you're not married. I'm not married. You aspire to be married. I aspire to have a damn relationship in the first place. So, yeah, how you feel about that? You watched the whole video. Eventually, the video get put in here. How you feel about that? How you
I didn't like how it was basically like, oh, we weren't taught to be a wife. You were. Your mama taught you how to be a wife, how to treat a man. It's just that you don't want to. Yes.
Did your dad teach you how to be a husband?
Yes.
Or did you just have to observe it?
There's
a difference. There's a difference. There's a difference.
He laid the values and then with his actions laid down the foundation.
So you watched it.
Yes, but he also instilled values in me that he taught in me.
Okay.
Like how you're trying to instill those values in the kids.
Right.
So for when they get older, like he instilled those values in me as a young man, like growing up. This is how you treat a woman, and I'm going to back up my words with those actions so I can see it firsthand.
Okay. So her question, or the other lady's question was, why do you feel like the divorce rate is so high? So the question, I guess, since neither one of us are married and none of us really know about, marriage or divorce too much about it, why do you feel like the singleness rate is so high? Or I guess we could say the singleness rate, or we can say, why do you feel like the breakup rate is so high? Why so many people go through like recycle relationships?
Okay, I think it's easier to answer the singleness rate. I'll start there first. The singleness rate is high, honestly, because people need to lower their expectations.
What?
Yes.
You lowered your expectations?
So here's what I mean, right? Not
Answer the question first.
No, because my expectations weren't that high to begin with.
Okay.
So let me explain, right? Like, a lot of women are single because they have these high expectations. Oh, I need a man that, can provide for me and his bills. He need to make 100K X, Y, Z, bam, bam, 6 foot, bam, bam, bam. It won't deviate from that. Most niggas in the world ain't that. So if you come to where you meeting someone like in the middle level playing field, and y'all can grow together.
Okay. So
they got these high standards that they don't even equate to.
So question to you. To what you just said, do you feel like these days, right? Mm-hmm. Do you feel like people should, or I guess we could just use you. Are you the type of person that meets somebody where they can be at, or are you somebody who meets somebody where they're at?
I meet somebody where they're at.
Okay.
And then we can build together.
Okay.
To get to where we both need to be at.
Why not? And how does that work for you?
It worked out pretty good for the most part.
What's your success rate on that?
Like 2 for 3.
Okay. Numbers wise, that sounds horrible, but percentage wise, that sounds horrible.
Okay,
numbers
well
wise,
then,
that sounds
let me
great.
take. Okay, then I can't. Well, if that's the case, then I can't add Brit into it because
no, you do it. You take it as relationships.
Because
I say that because I'm the type of person where I try.
Like I met her where she was at.
I try to meet people where I believe they can be at.
But I had to.
I'm a big potential person. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but
I feel like that contributes to why I'm still single.
Now, okay, so
because I see a lot of people, I see a lot of young ladies for their potential, and I don't necessarily allow myself to meet them where they're at. I meet them. I'm not gonna say I meet them to where I want them to be at, but I meet them to where they project themselves at, and I try my best to help them get to that. And if they never get to that, then I feel like I don't feel like I failed. I feel like you were just never gonna get there in the first
But that's
place.
why I meet them where. So I meet them where you're at, but it's the understanding that we need to get here.
Right.
And if we can't get here, then I'm leaving you and I'm gonna do it without you. So I guess we're kind of talking about the same shit. Well, no, because you want to meet them where I'm trying to get to. Yeah, like if I like you enough, I can ride that wave with you. Because I'm not like, who am I to say like I want you to be here and I ain't even there.
Well, I'm not saying it from the standpoint of that. I'm saying from the standpoint of like, if I meet somebody and they're like, hey, you know, I see myself to what we just talked about on Average Joe, right? The expectations versus, you know, whatever. If I meet a young lady and she's like, yeah, you know, my goal is to be married by this time, and you know, I want to do this and this. Okay, cool. I'm gonna meet you here, and I'm gonna set our baseline here and say, cool, this is where you want to be at. That's how I'm gonna date you. That's how I'm gonna approach you. And if you can't raise your level to that, then I just know you set your expectations too high.
So I guess the reason why I would still say it is because like people will say they want that,
Right.
but mentally they're not ready for it. So therefore, that's why I meet them where they're at. So then we can both be mentally ready for that. 'Cause I can say all the time, like I want X, Y, and Z, or I want an apartment. But if the situation comes and mentally or financially, whatever, I'm not ready for it, then I'm not really ready.
Right. So do you feel like, okay, so in that case, to what she was saying, a lot of people like they settle into a relationship and they're just like, I'll deal with what I can deal with within a relationship. And they're just playing along to get along, I guess, for better lack of words.
Do I believe that?
Yeah.
I don't do it, but I believe it happens, yeah.
To if you had to put a percentage on it these days, what would you say?
These days?
Like how many people do you, okay, if you had 10 relationships, out of 10 relationships, how many relationships do you think people are just, you know, playing along just to get along? Like, do they actually really? Because it's later in the clip, she says something to the degree of, you know, you don't even really like that person. You just tolerate that person. Like, how many relationships are people that they just fucking tolerate who they're with? They really honestly don't like them anymore. Or they may have liked them, or to what she said, I like you, you like me, let's just see if we can figure some shit out. Like, there was really no phase of like, let's really see what you about. Let you really see what I'm about before we actually step foot into the ring and try and figure some shit out. Because I can say I'm guilty of that. I like you, you like me. Let's play along till we get along, and then if we ride that wave and we get to the crescendo, now we attempt to plateau and build from there.
Yeah, no, I'm not like that. That's true. I don't play them type of games. It's a little too risky for me, bro. We gotta like each other for real. I ain't know I like you. The whole thing you do, I like you. That's enough to fuck. Yes. All right. No, so let's see where it goes. Yeah, that's enough to fuck. Yeah, but to like want to try to build some shit with
I'm
you,
not saying
like
necessarily like just see where it goes.
Like,
but like
I like you. See where it goes. Ain't enough for me to commit to you. It's enough for me to fuck you, but it's not enough for me to actually commit to you and want to build some shit with you. It's got to be more than that for me.
Okay.
So, but to answer your question, in this generation, about half.
So you say 50%? 50% of people are just I'll just play along to get along.
Yeah, but I honestly believe that's why, like, I honestly believe that's why some women just be like, it's an open relationship.
How you feel about it? How do you feel about open relationships? Real life for real.
I literally just had a conversation with Juice. I told Juice that this is going to sound really selfish, but I will be open to an open relationship only if I have.
I was just about to ask you, would you be open to that shit?
Only if, like, it couldn't be a situation where she has options and I don't. If we both got,
what?
Yeah.
It's an open relationship. Both y'all got options.
No, but or let's say for example, right? Like, I just ain't got no bitches. She got niggas.
That's a you problem, brother.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, I wouldn't be the one to bring it up, but if it was proposed to me, I wouldn't be.
Why wouldn't you bring it up?
I wouldn't be against it.
If that could better your relationship.
Yes, but I just feel like it is it's better if the woman brings it up. It's less drama. It's really ain't no drama.
Like a threesome.
No, not even a threesome. It's just more like,
I'm
hey,
saying it's like a threesome. It's better if the woman bring it up.
yeah. Yeah, like I'm saying, like you go to her and be like, "Oh yeah, I think we should open a relationship." Why am I not good enough for you, bam, bam, bam? I'm like, you know what I'm saying, I want to do all that fucking nagging. Like, god damn, like you either want to do it or you don't. Like I remember, I was watching Bel Air. You saw the latest season, right? No. All right, so in that season,
right,
like on Viv and Phil was like dealing with they were hanging out with a couple who happened to be like swingers.
Okay.
And then so that's how me and her were watching, and she was like, "Hey, like you know, with you being an open relationship," and I mean, I told her, I was like, she was like, "You can handle it." I was like, I don't think you want me to be in an open relationship with you because like you would see that I would like. I think there's this misconception of like I don't like get bitches. And like, if I was in an open relationship, like she would see, like
I don't think it's
like this nigga get bitches, and I don't know if like it's different
as a friend group, right? Just as a friend group, as your friend, okay. I'm not gonna say that I don't think you get bitches, but do I be shocked when you get them? I do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, yo.
I'm not gonna lie. It's not any jealousy, but I'm like, this nigga getting bitches, bro. Like this nigga, he getting bitches and I'm not. This nigga. This who y'all going for?
Damn, this nigga just called me ugly, bro.
I'm not calling you ugly. I'm not calling you ugly. That's the last thing.
Okay,
I would never call you ugly.
So you're saying you got like more swag, more aura about yourself than I do, like, which is fair. Like that's
everybody. I feel like everybody should be having confidence within themselves.
Yeah.
But obviously, it's no shade to other guys or other guys. How you gonna? People be like, oh, Paul's game or whatever you want to say, right? But as a guy, like being trolled, like being completely truthful, you can look at another guy and be like, yeah, that nigga get hoes.
I agree.
Like, and it's no.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
Shit. But then
let me ask you a
also
question.
other guys you look at and you be like, yeah, he don't get shit. And you're one of those people to me. To bring it full circle, you're one of those people to me that if I seen you on the street, I'd be like, yeah, that nigga don't get no hoes, bro. And if I had a different friend group, we'd be going in on your ass, bro. Even in the friend group we go in on you.
So
but we don't allow other people to go in.
So,
on
okay,
you,
so what is it about my parents that makes you think that I don't
look at you? Just
look at you. That's a fucking shirt. Hell, get the fuck out of here, yo. Question: what makes you think I don't get hoes? Answer: look at you. Hey, yo, Ty. That's so disrespectful. You lucky I'm high as shit, yo. But that's so disrespectful. Oh, yo, I ain't never disrespected on a podcast since the goddamn fucking average Joe media days.
It was either you was gonna get look at you, or do you not see yourself? Like fuck, bro.
I would like to. Okay, I don't think I'm ugly, but
I'm not saying you ugly.
I feel like I'm an average looking individual.
But yes, you're average as fuck, bro. You are. If the grade scale A, B, C, D, F, like when they say a C average, you're like a C average, bro.
Yo, this gotta be no fucking. This is the debut episode. This shit needs to come out tomorrow, bro. What the fuck?
Bro, but it's no shade to you, bro. Because you a good dude. But
no, keep going.
It's nothing against you, bro. But I'm just like, bro, how is this nigga getting hoes? And then some of the stories you tell us, I'd be like, it makes sense. It makes sense, bro. And it's like, if we being real as fuck, like when you tell, I'd be like, this nigga, you really used to lead with his money to get these bitches. And that's how he got them. And and it's just like it's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, like that's not me. That's not me. And I think that takes away from, and I just think that kind of takes away from the game of, you know, getting bitches, getting hoes or whatever. So again, it's nothing against saying that you don't get hoes, you do get hoes, but look at you.
All right, so let me clarify like a thing or two here. I didn't lead with my money.
Okay.
They offered it to me, and I just took advantage of it.
Okay.
But I wasn't leading with, hey, I'm going to take care of you, because I don't want to take care of these hoes.
Okay.
I just want to fuck. Like, I'm not the provider.
I stand corrected.
I'm the mattress destroyer, okay? I'm the one that's going to put you through the mattress.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do.
But
no, to your point, I understand, because I do feel like, right, I get put in those situations,
right,
because they feel like they can try me because of how I look and my appearance. Like, a lot of women don't think like, oh yeah, like, no, you know, some women be like, yeah, no, I can't fuck with him, like he'll fuck me up. They don't think that about me until like they realize.
And I think, and you know what, to you saying that, I feel like that's how I get looked upon. Like, if me and you were out and about, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like that would be the narrative and the dynamic. Like, I'm gonna fuck with him because he looks like I can get over on him.
Exactly.
And that gives you the in to have the conversation, to, you know, shit like that. Versus me, it's more of a, I would say it like this. If there was a group of young ladies, and this is just me. If there was a group of young ladies, I feel like I would have to be the one to go speak to the young ladies, and the young ladies would come speak to you because they feel like they could probably take advantage of you. I may be wrong. Maybe it might be reversed. You would have to be the one to go talk to them to try and to get you in, and they would come talk to me or whatever. But that's just how I feel, because I feel like I give off, hey, I can't fuck him over, he might fuck me up type of vibe.
Correct, yeah. Like, they don't think that I have that because I'm so little in the way I look, right. And, you know, I look nerdy or whatever. Right. But I mean, it may be different when I take the glass off and actually dress like somebody. Then
Urkel Stefan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There we go.
But to what you said with you,
but I wish it wouldn't happen like that, because like sometimes I really may like you and I just be like, damn, like you really just want the fucking money, so now I just gotta treat you like the fucking hoe that you are, when I did fucking like you for real.
Gotta treat you like the hoe you are.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't be wanting, like, I just be wanting, like I feel like there are some women that know, like, yeah, I like him for who he is.
Right.
Like, I'm not gonna get over on this nigga. Right. They may like me, but they also be like, yeah, I like you, but the main objection is I feel like I get over on you, but you have converted me to liking you somewhat. Okay. Like, that's why, like, right, I don't mean to offend anybody when it's like I don't believe in my head that I'm settling. I'm just realistic. Okay. But if I was like you, I really feel like it would be the looks wise. I would be accessible to a different type of caliber of women. But that doesn't always equate to good things, because that doesn't mean that they'll have the personality and the character traits of the woman that I currently have accessible to now. Which I don't mind. I love the woman that I'd be attracted to now. It's just that I know, like, always be like, oh, just because I like her don't mean that I want her. I mean, yeah, that's true, because I don't always be wanting them, but I do be attracted to them. I just know, like, that's out of my caliber, out of my range. So I don't feel like I'm selling. I'm just realistic, and I love where I'm at realistically. But if we were to throw like appearances and shit out the window, that would be the type of woman I really believe I could get. That makes sense?
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think also in the video she mentioned something to the degree of the whole, you know, at least for a lot of guys, like, they don't really know what they're signing up for responsibility wise. Well, women too.
I see.
a lot of guys don't know what they're signing up for responsibility wise in trying to be a husband or become a husband on, you know, like an emotional standpoint. She mentioned the 50-50 thing. Obviously that's financial, which I've come to the understanding and realization that 50-50 has zero, and I put this in a TikTok one time. 50-50 have 0% to do with fucking financials. Zero. It's just providing what you can provide of what your 50-50 is, bro. Like, your 50 may not actually be anything to do with money. Your 50 may be all about emotional stability and, you know, emotional intelligence, while the other person may have nothing of that standard, and the other person may have nothing but money. And that's just their 50 that they bring to the table. That may be y'all 50-50 agreement. Because everybody's in a 50-50 agreement, whether they want to, you know, admit it or not. It's just everybody, when they hear 50-50, they just automatically equate it to they're bringing 50% money to the table. I'm bringing 50% money to the table. We're going to collaborate on 50% and 50% paying rent, paying these bills. But they don't never think about it from the standpoint of, like, my 50% of, you know, emotional intelligence and their 50% of emotional intelligence bring that shit together. So that's just my quick side 2 cents. But as far as, like, the responsibilities of, you know, being a husband and becoming that of a husband, like, how do you feel, where do you feel like you fall on that sliding scale? Because I definitely feel like it's sliding scale up and down.
And the responsibilities of knowing what husbands do?
Yeah.
I fully believe.
Or the responsibility of acting as a husband. Not necessarily, because you can know what to do and still not do it.
I'm of the mindset that the reason why divorces happen ain't really because of the men, it's because of the women. Men know how to be husband. We're raised, and it's ingrained in us when we're little on what we can do to be a husband. But people don't
disagree.
There's not a lot of women teaching women on how to be wives. Is you want this to be in a man, X, Y, and Z.
I don't think it's men are getting taught or boys are getting taught how to be a husband. I think it's just we get taught how to, you know, treat and court a woman properly. But that doesn't necessarily always equal marriage or being a husband. I feel like those two are, like, mutually exclusive from each other.
I don't know. Like, I feel you. I mean, I think it goes both ways because, like, there's not a lot of 2-parent households no more.
Okay.
And that plays a big part of it. And then,
so do you think people who grow up in a non-2-parent household don't know relationship or marriage standards?
they can.
Or is it just that it's just not easily accessible?
Not that it's easily accessible. It's one thing to know marriage standards and how to do something. It's a different thing to see it properly done.
Okay.
Like, I may know, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, sure, I know how to edit. Like, I know how to do that too screen thing. I'm pretty sure I've done it, but, like, I can figure it out. Until you actually see it, now I know for real how to do it. And, like, also, like, there's not a lot of women teaching women how to be wives anymore. Because
I think you say you don't think it's women teaching women how to be wives. I think it's not a lot of women and husbands and men, because both people are on the sliding scale. I don't think it's a lot of men or women holding each other accountable and trying to become husbands and wives.
Yeah, I could buy that.
Because it's easy to say everybody wants to be one. I want a wife. I want to be a husband. I want to be married. All this other stuff. And then you have people that, you know, they be like, oh, like-minded married people hang out with married people. Married people seldomly hang out with. I think a light went out or it timed out.
Oh, okay.
Married people and relationship people seldomly hang out with single people or people not married. But even in that, I feel like a lot of women, a lot of men who do hang out with those people necessarily, or they don't allow themselves to be held accountable by those people. So somebody in a marriage or somebody not in a marriage hanging out with a married person, and the married person is giving them advice on, next steps in their relationship, or how to get to that level, or they don't even ask questions like that, like, oh, what got you to this, or what did you do in this situation? You know what I mean? Shit like that. Like people don't have those conversations no more. So because of that, it's I guess it's doomed. But it's because of the lack of accountability, it's taken away from. Because of the lack of accountability, it takes away from the lack of ability to make that next step and make that next jump.
It's a multitude of things. Is that I feel like the OG women we got now. So like our OGs and their OGs are different, right? Like our OGs are like, Felicia Rashad and shit like that. And these women are up here looking up to like Bernice Burgos and Nicki Minaj and Cardi B.
Okay.
There's not a lot of respectable OGs to teach the young people. So of course, like the generation after us, their woman is like, oh, you gotta have X, Y, and Z. You gotta pay for this, pay for that, because that's what I'm used to. That's what I'm accustomed to.
But is that really wrong though? Truthfully, if that's your standard, right? If that's your baseline, if your baseline says what I expect from a man that I'm dealing with, or hence a woman that I'm dealing with, is they have to do A, B, and C, X, Y, and Z, L, M, N, O. Add that in there, L, M, N, O. Then who is the next person to say that's wrong?
Nobody is. But this is what I was going to earlier. If you setting that standard, right, but yet you're not getting nowhere with that standard, then maybe you need to have a realistic conversation with yourself and not lower your standards, but meet people where they're at, and y'all can get to that standard together.
Okay.
Because clearly you getting the standard, but yet you complain about there ain't no men, there ain't nobody. No, because it's too high. So bring your ass down with everybody else, and y'all can work getting towards that standard.
Okay, so is that a product of, in your opinion, is that a product of not meeting the right person and being around the wrong crowd, that those standards aren't being met or being lived up to? Because if you have a standard, you have a standard for a reason. So obviously, it's people out there that you believe are gonna meet that standard or reach that level. But obviously, if you're not getting any results on that, and you're saying, I'm not, like you said, not to lower your standard, but you may just be in the wrong crowd. You may be. It's like somebody going to school. You just might be in the wrong field, and you gotta change your major.
I feel like some people have a higher standard. I feel like most people have the standards of the next class, but they don't
explain that, because I don't understand that shit.
Like, right? So like, typical average day man don't make enough to do the things like these women want now, like provide, provide how they want. Is it how we see as providing and how they see as providing is two different things, bro. Two different things.
Okay.
There's not a lot of women that see providing the same way men provide, because otherwise we wouldn't be having this conversation, because it may have to be a situation to where the wife makes more than the husband, so the husband decides to stay at home and they live off of her income, and they basically swap roles.
But are they really swapping roles? They're not. Just because you don't make just because.
Okay, I wouldn't say
as a guy, right?
Okay, so I wouldn't say swapping roles, but like,
because what are you really swapping?
You're not swapping, but like most women aren't open to that.
I think most men not open to that shit. for their lady to make more money than them.
See,
I feel like it's an ego hit.
They've always, my girls have always, especially the last like 2 or 3, have always made more money than me. I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't care.
That's for you, though. I'm saying for the majority of men. Majority of men don't. Majority of men are not willing to the scenario that you just put out. Majority of men are not up for that.
Only because it's your ego.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, definitely.
I mean, yeah, but like if that's going to be like your wife, then there should be no fucking ego. Y'all a team. It should be no fucking ego. Like, y'all are married. You said for better, for worse. So right now, this is a situation to help y'all get into a better predicament. And then once y'all elevate her, then she could come back and elevate you to get you where you need to go and above and beyond.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I just be saying, like, people just like the whole thing where she was like, yeah, like, you know, I don't even know you for real. Like, that's where, like, I feel like
the tolerate and the like.
Yeah,
I feel like that's a fucking valid statement. That's a valid statement, though.
You're tolerating the like, but where you fuck up is you decide to marry. Like, that's not something that you marry. And I feel like people that really take the time and invest, like, they will eventually get out of that.
But that's for people somebody. Like, but to what she was saying, that's after the marriage. That's, you've gotten married, you've thought this is where the fuck you want to be, and now you're at a point where you don't really like this person no more. You're just tolerating the marriage.
Oh yeah, okay. Now I see what you're saying. Like, that part I agree as to where she says like why the divorce happens. Because yeah, why are you saying that?
So it's just like you're just tolerating it, but in the beginning to what you said, like in the lead up to that process, like there's no actual true vetting process.
Yeah, people don't do the due diligence no more because everybody just quick. I really feel like people want the wedding. They don't want the marriage. They want the glorification of being a mom or being a wife. Like, I'm saying, like, they don't really want to do the work because
she said that too.
Because,
the title.
Because
you want the title, but not the contents of it.
But I feel like, in my opinion, I fall more on the wife side than the husband side because I feel like with the husbands, we know, like, especially with most men in this generation and women, if they get married,
right?
If the wife can have it her way, they will just be living off of his income.
Yeah, for sure.
So we come into the expectation of if she ends up having her way, like, we know what we have to do. But I feel like most women don't know. I think most women just feel like, oh, okay, if I cook, I clean, I suck his dick or whatever, bam, 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 he'll be good. No, like, that may be cool dating, but when we get married, like, we got way more expectations of a wife. Way more expectations of a wife. And I don't think that at times like women are aware of that. That's why I like when people be like, oh, it was one post that was bothering me. It was like, they was like, if most men get into marriages and then the wife stops having sex with her, and then he was like, well, did you still keep her in mind? Did you still keep her romantically interested? Did you do a grocery list order for her? And did you keep the relationship fresh and all this and all of that? And I'm just sitting there going like, okay, but that's a 2-person street. Because like, if it would be fucked up if you would throw the pussy for me, so I had to start withholding money from you. That would be, we'd be fucked up, right? Like, we'd be fucked up. Like, we like
no pussy, no fun.
Yeah, we'd be fucked up, right? But I'm still supposed to fucking provide, and you're not doing your wifely duties. Like, I'm married, so I can't fucking cheat on you.
Says who?
I mean, you can, but like, I'm pretty sure ain't infidelity in the fucking vows.
I want to make this this is a t-shirt, okay. Failure is an option, and so is cheating. Okay? Failure is an option, and so is cheating. I'm not saying choose either one of them, but it is an option. Okay,
bro. If
just you get a multiple choice test, you don't gotta choose.
It's too much.
You have A, B, C, D. Usually is all of the above, and sometimes they have E.
I believe in what you're saying until you get married.
What?
Like everything that you were saying. Once you get married, it's not an option.
Why not?
Because, bro, like.
Why? Because you took an oath before God and other people. That's not going to be involved in your marriage.
It's not even more so about that, bro.
You can't.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Like, unless you signed a fucking prenup stating that, like, if you get divorced through cheating, like, they don't get anything. It's too much shit entangled together that can fucking cost you a whole lot of shit because you want to cheat.
I'm not saying that you should. I'm saying it is an option.
It is an option.
I'm not saying choose that option. I'm not saying that.
I'm just saying for me, that's why that's
like going on a road trip. They give you a lot of options to get to your destination. You just got to choose the one that's the best for you.
As a married man,
yes, sir.
Like that's not an option.
Okay.
Like now, don't get me like I could be in a relationship.
That's a shirt also.
And
like a MapQuest shirt with cheating.
Like
as a destination.
I could be in a relationship with the hopes of not cheating. But cheating is very much a viable option. Yeah. But in a marriage like that, I don't even consider that. Like, but you know what I'm saying? If in a relationship, I just want to
make this clear. I don't consider it either.
Yeah.
I don't consider cheating. I don't consider cheating, but
yeah, like I don't consider cheating.
On my answer list, it's on there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's on E, but I don't usually read past.
Yeah, but it's not even on the answer list when I'm married.
Okay.
Because like honestly, right, for real, like if I'm not married and I cheat on you, what's the worst you're gonna do? Break up with me?
What's the worst that's gonna happen if you married? Yeah, break up with you?
Yeah, but not only that, like assets are now split in half or awarded differently. And, you know, if we just together, we break up, we ain't got no assets together.
Okay.
We ain't got no assets together. Like the worst thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lose you, and eventually I'm gonna get over that at some point in life.
Shit, I get over the marriage too. What the women say, the best way to get over a man is get in there a new one.
I'm not saying you can't get over the marriage. I'm just saying like it has more financial repercussions.
Does it really?
Yes.
For regular people like ourselves?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, okay, for example, let's say you get a chick.
Right.
You get married.
Right.
Y'all are still regular.
Right.
But y'all now moved to like the upper tier of regular people.
There's an upper tier for regular people?
Yeah, like we just regular.
It's like capital letter regular people. Yeah. We're just lowercase letter regular people.
Like they're on the echelon of like, they're like a few more steps away from like high class.
So you got lower letter regular people. You got capital letter regular people.
Yeah, like that's like my parents.
Okay. What's above the capital letter regular people?
You got the ones in bold letters, then you get to high class. The ones in
bold, the italicized niggas.
Yeah, the italicized niggas is like my cousin Marcus. Like he doing really good for himself. He got a nice house. Like he probably make like, I would say like, I would assume that he make like 6 figures, but it's like at the one where it's just at like 100, 110. Like once you get to the like the 200, 250, 300,
you comfortable.
Like, yeah.
You comfortable 6
Correct.
figures.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, you at 110. You after taxes, you still a little.
Yeah.
You still just only bold letters. You're not italicized and shit. Okay,
yeah.
I got you.
Like you feel me? Like shit like that. Like we just like, you know. Yeah. So regular niggas like us. It's going to affect us because what if you got the house in the Judge Award house now you got to fucking restart the fucking apartment all over again.
Don't get a house. Split the apartment, bitch. You can't split the apartment.
You know what I'm saying? Like what if like, you know, like they get awarded alimony, like you get hit with alimony and child support. Us regular niggas.
I don't even know alimony.
Us regular niggas can't afford that type of hit.
Hey man, change my name, Luke. Change my name, move to fucking Thailand.
Dog, nigga. That's why I feel like it really just be regular niggas. Like I see how she was saying. I don't feel like that's the leading cause of divorce, but I see how that can end up happening because it's just like, yeah, like, you know, some people like want to get divorced, but they can't afford it.
So they just stick it out.
They stick it out, or just become
hopes that it get better.
Yeah, or become legally separated.
Yeah,
or become legally separated. But yeah, I feel like if women really knew what it meant to truly be a wife, there would be a lot more.
So and this we'll end on this. So it sounds like what you're about to say or what you're saying is, if a woman knew what she wanted as a wife and her wifely duties going into meeting a man to present that to him, it would be better off for the possibility of a marriage, because the man already knows what to present as a husband and how to handle husbandly duties.
I agree with that, but that's not what I was saying. Basically, I was saying I feel like most women don't know what it was, don't know how it is to be a wife. It is very frustrating as a man to know what you have to do to be as a husband, and then coach this woman on what it is to be a wife, because they don't even know the basics of the shit. They just know.
Okay, so if you had to put a number to it, do the math, because we like numbers. And for the amount of women, right, out of 10 women, right, we're saying in our age category, we're 35 going to 36, so we'll put it at from 32 to 37, right, at 5 year age gap. 32 to 37, out of 10 women, how many do you feel are aware, consciously aware, not like on accident, but consciously aware, this is what it is to be a wife, this is how you do it, this is how you not do it? Out of 10 women, how many do you feel?
4.
Okay. Same question with a male. How many do you feel?
7.
Okay.
And I ain't saying that because I'm a male. I'm just saying that because like it's ingrained in us. Like we got treated later than probably even by like middle school, high school. You dad start having talks with you, and they be like, hey, when you get older, you think about what kind of job to get. We are meant to be the providers of the family and the patriarch and everything like that. And a woman and it's just like, that's why like when we had that conversation with T and Harvey was like, as a stay at home wife, like her sex is her currency.
That's still a wild ass comment.
Like,
not gonna lie.
Do I agree with that to some extent? Yes, but then I feel like that's also the issue, because that's what, okay, my man's gonna pay all the bills and my currency is take care of the house and fuck him. When I feel like most women,
because that to me, and we could talk about that on an entirely different episode. But to me, that statement screams, if my woman ever lost the ability to have sex, she would no longer be useful to me.
I can buy that. And I feel like because of that, like that's how most women think of what a wife's supposed to be. Like they don't really know how it is to be a wife. And then most women don't know how to make that transition from being a girlfriend to a wife. So when they go into the marriage, they expect the man to go from a boyfriend to a husband, but they don't know how to elevate themselves from a girlfriend to a wife. So it's like, I'm married to you doing husband duties, but you don't know how to elevate from being a girlfriend to a wife.
Okay.
Because it's completely different. Like what T did last summer for me, I appreciated it. But to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting it, because you're just my girlfriend. Like, granted, we have we had the house together, whatever. But she could easily say, I'm moving back with my mom. Right. And that would have been the end of that. But as my wife, what she did for me, I expect that from you, because we are one.
Okay.
Like, we are one. Like, I could be with a girl for 5 years, and at any point she back out. That's it. But it's a lot harder to back out when you're married.
It's not. It's really not. It's actually very easy. In my opinion, I just feel like the power of free will compels me to say if this isn't for me, it's not for me. But I definitely still do agree with old girl who says, some people are in it just to be in it, because they don't want to, because I feel like that statement is, or that those comments are like, so I'm in it because I don't want to get out of it and start over. Personally speaking, that's how I feel. I feel like a lot of people, and that goes with whether you're married or you're not married, for people who are just in long ass relationships where it's just like, I'm just gonna stick through it because I don't like what's out there now because like they say the dating pool has piss in it, or B, I'm in this because I don't want to be alone for the rest of my life, because you get to a certain point after you've dated for so long that you're just like, damn, I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't like this shit no more.
Yeah.
So I don't want to go back out there in the world and experience something that took so long for me to get to where I'm at now.
My shit die.
Damn, what does that say?
It's overheating.
No, it says it was stopped.
Oh shit! Hold on.
Damn. But yeah.
Damn.
That's just how I feel.
Fuck. What the fuck is wrong with it? You think you record all of it? Do you think record up to a certain point, or it just?
I think it just stopped. For though, obviously, you're listening to this. We're also recording, but visually, but yeah, it just stopped. I just watched it stop, but
Okay.
yeah, that's just how I feel. I feel like it was I feel like at the end of the day, to your numbers, I kind of agree with the numbers, not gonna lie, of with the 4 and the 7.
Mm-hmm.
I just think a lot of women. I just think a lot of women, they just don't want to go into that unsure, and a lot of men are willing to go into it unsure.
Okay,
because they're more confident in their ability to pull that out of the woman, to be able to pull that'll be my closing statement.
But okay, but I have a question to that.
I feel like men go into that situation more confident in their ability to be a husband and pull the wifeliness out of a woman than a woman is going into a situation acting as a wife to pull the husbandness out of a man. Personally speaking.
I agree with that for this generation. I don't feel like that was the issue in our parents' generation, because our parents' generation, women were more willing to meet men where they're at and, like I said, build together. Like, they were more, and because of that, she knew how to bring the best out of him and pull that out of him, because they already have gone through life challenges together.
Yes.
Women want a man now that is
ready-made,
and so therefore you
just got to add little bits and pieces to it.
Because you're adding little bits and pieces of it, you are stripping yourself of the intangible of the core of your relationship and who y'all are as a couple.
I made a statement on Facebook a couple of years ago. You know how your memories pop up? Mm-hmm. And it said a lot of people these days, and people took it how they took it, but then I put at the end of it, like, if you know, you know. People these days don't know how to cook.
Yeah, I remember that. Mm-hmm.
And what I meant by that was people don't know how to, like, make shit from scratch no more.
Yep.
Like, a lot of people get ready-made this, ready-made that, ready-made this, and then they add their own seasoning and flavors on it, not realizing you may be over-seasoning some shit that was already seasoned. Mm-hmm. And it don't really turn out how you thought it was going to taste, and then you don't want it no more. Mm-hmm. Versus if you just originally make that shit from scratch, you already know what you putting into it is going to come out because you put it into it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But this has been another rendition of Graphic Tees Podcast, the podcast that has nothing to do with T-shirts and nothing, and I mean absolutely mean not a goddamn thing about cussing. I am your favorite somebody's son. I'm your favorite somebody's son. There's a lot of somebody's sons out there, but I'm your favorite one.
Hey, man, I'm your favorite Irish show and your future favorite baby daddy out here.
Yes, sir. And somewhere in the atmosphere, somewhere, she might be at home snoring right now. There's a favorite lady T out there somewhere.
Subscribe to the YouTube. I'm actually gonna make a personal YouTube for this.
Okay.
For this one, but subscribe to this YouTube and also subscribe to the Irish Show Media LLC. And subscribe to the pod, man. You know, all that good stuff, man. I got pee, so been holding it for
pissy ass
the whole episode. So Yeah, man.
But once again, I want to reiterate. Yes, nigga, you don't look like you get hoes, bro.
What?
You don't look like you get hoes, bro.
What?
We can end it on that.